Hey everyone, how you doing today? Thought I would show you an update on this future CV here that I hopefully will get out this Friday or Saturday, and then I wanted to show you a couple about like three other creations that kind of some of the log and things I wanted to take a look at. A couple of them. One is a MERC inspired ship, and the other one is a modified, pretty heavily, nicely modified Supremacy, and another one is a really cool Star Trek ship over there. So to start with, you already seen the outside of this. I still haven't like tried to tweak and detail that stuff, but I did kind of really finish up the interior, short of a couple LCDs in the hangar for the storage. I'll just take you to the new areas of the ship here. On the last video, if you didn't know, it's basically it's set up to run 6 medium shield parts and 8 small shield parts. I was having dilemmas with space in this ship, and I also wanted to get a detector in it. So I did add a detector over here now. That was one of the things. The ship's really pretty small, but I'm trying to pack as much as I possibly can into the area that's here. So yeah, this part of the ship is pretty much the same. I did add some decals for shield parts, although looks like some of the decals disappeared on me there. Have to figure that one out. But anyway, let's go right to the new areas. Well, I wouldn't say new areas, but this area I kind of rebuilt again. Last time it was just an open hallway here. I had this dilemma. I didn't know where to put the armor repair in the ship. I needed a housing for or a place for a teleporter. And then I'm playing with some different signal logic too that was suggested by the author of the next creation that I'm going to show. So anyway, the solution I came up to be, I wanted this area to look better anyway, but ended up putting the armor locker up here and then the armor repair, laid it across the top of that, used that housing as a place to put the pilot seat or the alternative pilot seat away from the front end of the ship. And then I was able to also get in a couple more quantum ion auxiliary upgrade slots on here. And I put a teleporter in this section. Now, this is where the signal logic comes in a little bit different than what I've done in the past. So basically, it was recommended by an author, which we'll be looking at a ship that from that author in a second here, to tie the teleporter signal into the shield. So basically, you can see right now that the shield is on, but I believe the case in point is if you want to teleport somewhere, you got to have your shield off. So what this does is when you get on the teleporter, it's got a regular teleporter sensor right above it. You notice over there down the hallway that shield is now off. It stopped spinning. So as soon as you get back off the teleporter, it turns off the teleporter, and then the shield kicks back on again. Now, it's got one, I don't know, I won't call it a side effect. The side effect is if the shield was off, like if I hop in here right now, shut the shield off, and then I jump on the teleporter, and then I get back off the teleporter, the shield is on. That's the side effect. I don't really think that's a side effect, though. That's actually kind of like if you forgot, like if you were like doing your business and you teleported somewhere and then you came back. Basically, it's guaranteeing that your shield's going to be back on once you're out of there. And if the shield was already on, it'll turn it back on. If the shield was off, it'll also turn it on once you get off the teleporter, but it'll allow you to teleport without like going into the P menu to turn off the shield and all that stuff. So I think that's a really good setup, actually. I dig that, and I appreciate the advice on that. Very easy to do too. Basically, the only thing that was done differently, well, we got a teleporter sensor right here, which is just covering that block there, and it's called teleporter. And if you go over to the shield here and look at the signal logic on it, basically I had to set up I added the shield to the teleporter signal and had to click in the invert, or the I over here, which is invert. And then it works as you see here, which I thought was fine. And moving on to the last part of the ship, I also kind of changed this around. I put the 2 passenger seats over here facing forward again. I did cut away. I had an area for 4 small shield parts in this section. I didn't like it because one of those shield parts was butting up against a fuel tank, and it bothered me. So I took it down to 2 and reinforced the area a little bit better. And then I took those other 2 shield parts, and you can put them over here now. So that's pretty much it on the interior. It's a very small ship. Really think it's about, if you cut off the wings and you and you took this part and didn't make it quite as long on the front, it would be about the same size as the Wayfarer. So, but you know, you could put a lot of guns on here. CPU wise, it's going to be a low CPU ship when you get it. Well, pretty low. So it'll be under 1.2 million CPU stock, basically using 4 advanced CPU cores, and this is in Reforged Eden as well. And it does have room for up to 4 quantum or auxiliary cores. You could fit more. It's just I don't have a nice spot to house them pretty, basically. But you obviously got some room. You could add some more if you wanted to. And I believe it'll come stock with either 4 or 6 like cheap turrets on here, just trying to give it a good drone coverage. So I'll you know, maybe something, a couple like pointing down and a couple on the top side, just so when you spawn it in or you're flying in space, you get heckled by those pesky drones. You can deal with them. But it's really meant to be upgraded. You can add up to 8 launchers in here. It's got 24 total turret positions. 6 medium shield parts, 8 small shield parts, a spot for another advanced generator, a spot for a long-range radar. So yeah, hopefully it works out pretty good. So on the next one here, I wanted to show you. Oh God, should I show this one first or the next one? No. I tell you what. Let's take a look at this really cool ship over here. This MERC X-RE by Bonedog. A little bit of history is a while back, and I forgot myself. There was some ship that I started working on a little bit, and I didn't do very much. I did like a little bit of the front, like hardly anything, and then somehow talking to Bonedog, I gave it to Bonedog because I was like, yeah, I'm never gonna finish this, and Bonedog like grabbed it and he built this entire ship out of it. And trust me, this is like his entire ship. This is like whatever I sent him is like trivial. It was like not much. It was a little bit on the front, and the rest of it he all made, and probably even changed that front stuff. So yeah, this is really cool though. I was kind of this is the first time I'm checking it out right now, and there are some pretty neat details here that I'm liking. Obviously it's got a lot of detail going on. It's got some running lights, but I really thought the way these texture lights are shining through over here on the sides, that nice little strip there, that looks really cool. And this is one of my favorite blocks in the game, by the way. That wedge with the, if you can see it a little bit better, that kind of like half block to that thin block kind of wedge. It really lines up well with certain texture lights to make one of the best looking blocks to use texture lights with. So I thought that was really cool. Then I was looking at the thrust on here too, and it's got quite a lot of thrust power too. So I'm expecting this is going to be pretty quick. As in its at least stock weapon loadout, it looks like it's got 4 minigun turrets and 8 Gatling guns. So that is some pretty powerful Gatling gun setup. I think more so than I've ever used on a ship. I think I had some past MERCs especially use 6 Gatling guns, which was the weapon limits at the time. But yeah, 8. Yeah, that is cool. And obviously you can swap out weapons and put out on whatever you want. I'm just kind of taking a look at the rest of the body here. I like the glass strip coming down the center of it, and then we got a detector on the back as well. Oh yeah, this is a pretty efficient way to do thrust too, forward thrust that is. You got a single big thruster there, which is kind of cool. I mean, it's a little hard to pull off. It usually blocks the middle back of the ship, and a lot of times, a lot of people, including myself, will use that as a entry point. But because it's in this ship, it's raised up, you still have your entry point below it, which is really cool. So yeah, that's a nice way to do it. I mean, that'd be more efficient thrust for your CPU cost, going with like one big one like that. But again, you know, it's hard to like put one big thruster on a lot of ships with a lot of designs. Usually, you got to have like pairs of 2. But I do like the setup here. That is efficient. And then we got 4 those would be considered large lift thrusters. Anyway, let's get inside this puppy here and see what's going on in here. Oh, this is cool. So you got a ramp kind of going up to where the pilot seat is. Looks like there's a lot of stuff going on in here. So we've got some generators there, a couple passenger seats. We've got a ammo controller here at 12K. Oh, that's a good amount of ammo for an SV. Very nice. What's behind here? Oh, we got a warp drive. Very cool. So the warp drive kind of fits behind the closed compartment there, keeps it out of the way so you don't fry. Over here we got a shield, and it looks like a lot of room for upgrading. Pentaxid tank as well. Oh, and another storage controller. So we've got, oh, yeah, we've got almost 10K, well, 9,500 harvest controller over here, too. Nice, nice. So we're total storage, we're looking a little over, somewhere around 22,000, I would say. And a shield. Just curious, is this a heavy or a light one? Standard shield, okay. A couple fridges over here. Food processor. Oh yeah, you know, I have yet to use this piece on anything. It's new. I believe it's reforged Eden only. It's a nice looking part. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I always want to build SV now so I can use a food processor. Two fridges over here and pilot seat and running lights. Looks like O2 and armor locker over here. So yeah, pretty much has everything going on in it. All the function you would really want, and you can move a couple buddies with you. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, let's take a look at some how this thing flies. Oh, look at that CPU. It's not even got a lot of extra CPU going on here, so that's another bonus too. So you could add all kinds of stuff to this, and you got some room over there too. Obviously, that room over there, primary choice would probably be shield parts that you could put there. You can also upgrade your shield to the heavier version. I'm not sure. I think there's only one warp drive for SV. I don't think there's advanced ones and stuff like that. So yeah, anyway, very cool. The stats are coming out good there. Oh, motions are looking really good too here. So 75 forward thrust. Yeah, that single big thruster is really doing this justice here. And that's probably why the CPU is coming out so cheaply too, is because savings on like your forward thrust by using the one big one versus a couple of the large ones is probably more CPU efficient for the amount of thrust power that you're getting. So that was another good idea. 29 strafing, 68 lift. I do believe this could, with the storage in here, I do believe this could deal with 4G gravity. If I'm wrong on that, just call me out on it. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that is enough lift to deal with about the 22K storage it has in it, if it was completely full. And 34 reverse, 12 down, and then the 29 strafing. So yeah, very nice. 3 hours and 45-minute build time. Uses a little bit of estrium and zacosium, but not very much. 8 Gatling guns, and 4 minigun turrets and a detector stock. Very cool. Anyway, this is on the workshop right now, so you can go ahead and check this out. I'll leave a link in the video description for it as well. But I do believe it's on the front page right now, so it's a little hard to miss at the time of making this video. So the next creation I wanted to show, God, do I want to do this one next? No, I'll save that one to last. Next one here, this is something that was actually made for an Excalibur challenge. That's why I didn't show it in the past. I usually try to not look at the creations that were meant for, or I try to. I've screwed up a couple times, but I usually tried not to look at the creations that were for Excalibur's challenge, especially before that challenge took place. And the challenge is said and done, and this is a really cool one here. This is by Barefoot Hillbilly. It's called the SteamRunner. Or the USS Nikolai. It's a really cool name. Yeah, I love this. I did the rounded thing, and yeah, anybody that did this is a lot of work. There's a lot of work to do this rotating letters thing to get everything to line up good. I'm sure Barefoot spent a little bit of time changing the numbers around on that a little bit and stuff like that. But very, very cool. And yeah, this is obviously a Star Trek inspired ship, big time here. And it's a design unique to what I haven't seen anything quite look like in the show, but it's totally looks like it would be a legit Star Trek ship, or maybe there is one. There's a lot of different models of Star Trek ships out there, and I'm not familiar with all of them for sure. But I was just kind of checking out the body on this here. This whole section here is done really cool. So it's kind of that must be Xeno. That must be Xeno blocks here to do this effect. Hold on, let me get out a multi-tool here. Yeah, it is. Oh, interesting. So there's a particular texture in the Xeno set that when you paint it a certain color, it kind of glows in the dark. But if it's painted jet black, it won't. And that is what this texture is here. So if you're ever kind of curious, if you ever want to try to create a look like this, you actually would have to use Xeno blocks for that. But it's just one of those interesting textures that you don't see too often in the game, unless it's like a pretty solid Xeno creation. But that is really cool. I like the way that looks. It kind of glows, and it's a cool shaping on how it's glowing too. It's kind of like cut out from the hull there. Yeah, no, this looks nice. Yeah, it's got the same thing going on. I'm seeing different colorations on the hull, kind of representing like different body panels. A lot of Star Trek ships have that look to them, where they're pretty smooth, but they also have the fine detail of the body panels and things like that on them. Nice looking. Yeah, this looks really sharp though. I love all the block work. This is cool too. I like the this venting section over here. Again, some just playing with a lot of the hull blocks and things like that, making different things. So we got a boarding ramp there. So on the back here, this looks like it's part of the yeah, this would be part of the warp drive, I believe. If in the game at least. That's pretty cool. So it's like a separate section here. We got a couple lift thrusters there. Looks like the large style lift thrusters in the back section. And I bet you the nacelles also have some other thrusters in here too somewhere. That's cool too. Look at the difference in the black and white, making that pattern here. Again, I got to analyze some of this stuff. Oh, okay. Now I see what's going on. It was so dark that I didn't see the indentation in the middle there, and I'm like, how did he do that? Now I get it once I turn on the light. Okay, makes sense. Well, that's cool. Just little breakups like that, but yeah, a nice smooth look. It's got some little red accents. This is a neat little touch over here too. And it's got like some texture lights. Just that smallest block in the game. Just kind of couple those with a texture light on it. Probably if I didn't have the sun blazing in the back, it would probably look really cool like that. Here's I think some more like that too over here. That's a nice little touch. These little detail things. Again, really cool shaping too. It does look very Star Trek-y. This is pretty cool too. Again, it looks like it's using that Xeno texture to create that effect there, and that is definitely cool. And yeah, interesting. Kind of dug purposely into these areas here to add that look there too. Cool looking area across here as well. I like how those how the parts kind of look like they're indented in there. And well, let's come up through the bottom side of this ship. Now, I know this was shown on an Excalibur video already with the Star Trek challenge that took place a month or two ago, I believe. So I have kind of seen this, at least on his video before too, but I just thought it was a really cool ship. So I don't know where to go yet. I got 5 choices as soon as I walk in there. 6 choices. I can go up. I can take all these. Let's go this way. Oh, nice. Oh, I like the clean look. Again, it's kind of doing the carpeted floor, kind of a brown, red doors. That looks nice, actually. Yeah, it kind of just different color toning, but it's elegant. It's an elegant mixture of colors. It doesn't look like it's like run down or anything. It looks like it's just it's meant to be that way. Star Trek ships will fluctuate quite a bit in their interior looks and colors and things like that. They got this this roundy thing here. Where does this go? Wow, so there's quite a bit of stuff going on here. So we got a CPU block there. Some more around here. It goes to another door. And it looks like this is just like this big setup that kind of like wraps right around. Yeah, so I came in over through there and back out over here. And let's head up this way. So, it looks like at least on this side we've got 18 grow plots. Nice looking setup there. We got our grow plot switches, or grow light switches. A couple fridges up there. And O2. Very nice. Very nice. That's kind of neat. So we got a shuttle bay. Oh, wow. Somehow, wait, yeah, I came down from... No, this is where I came in at. Yep, and I went up this way, and then this way kind of loops around through there, and that comes around through the farm, and then you can get to a hangar section over here. Nice. That's cool as well. Yeah, I like that overall theme with the kind of some of these kind of tannish brownish colors with the red accents, but it's also got like the grays and blacks in the mix as well. Very cool, very cool. Like the subfloor below the hangar here. Definitely a cool effect. It's kind of neat. It just adds a lot of detail when you think how flat most hangar floors are. If you've got the block room, you can do these kinds of things, and you could just basically pump up the detail on the flooring, which is really cool. That's usually often one of the harder things to do, is because you got to have everything flat or you can't land on it, so you can't like cut into the blocks and do all kinds of funky things, or you're gonna have a really bad landing pad. But you can get away with this, which is really cool. So it also has a repair bay in here, some utility functions in the corner. So we got O2 and a med bay, pentaxid tank, and it looks like our warp core is right back over here as well. And there's a access door here, which is really cool. Now it's got an advanced warp drive to stock, but you can still upgrade that to a higher tier in Reforged Eden. Quite a bit higher tier, actually. Really expensive higher tier, but that is cool. It is definitely beneficial in these kinds of ships this day. And if you didn't know already, if you can provide access to things like the shield and the warp drive, so you can physically get next to them, that's very helpful, especially if you want to upgrade them, because you have to kind of manually walk up to them to do that. And if they're completely enclosed somewhere that have no access ports to it, you could have two problems. One, a player might not know where that part is, and second, they would have to remove some blocks to get to it. So having an access door like this makes a lot of sense in this day and time creations. And we got armor repair in here, some cargo boxes. Just checking out the ceiling here. Yeah, that's really cool. I like the light setup here and the block work across the ceiling. It adds a lot of extra detail. Generally, and then the rounded side pieces here too, which are done in black, and then the color fluctuations going on there as well. Very nice, very nice. So if we got a shield on this side we're gonna have, looks like a gravity generator in there. Yep, gravity generator, and it's kind of made to kind of match to it. You can see this whole assembly going on here. It looks like a big part. I like that. Same thing, obviously, with the other side, holding the warp core in there. And let's okay, so we're back to our first point here. Now I have a feeling this is probably, yeah, okay, so another 18 grow plots up over there. It looks like the same setup on this side here as well. So let's take a tour down these inner doors. Where does this go? Yeah, I gotta head down the rest of that hallway yet too. Okay, so we're back over here again. All right. Yeah, I mean, this ship isn't that big, but it certainly seems big when I'm walking inside it. It seems bigger than it was from the outside. So we have a bridge that goes up there. I tell you what, I'm gonna cover this floor first, and then I'll hit the bridge. So where does this go? Okay, so this is part of that course that runs around holding CPU core blocks and things like that. It looks like the main core is on this side. Okay, so we kind of been around there, back through here, and then we got medical bay. Oh, that looks nice. Digging the curved glass here. It's like kind of roundish foyer area into the medical facility. And then this kind of wraps around there. Looks like it's got all its specialized medical equipment and everything, plus a bed. Very cool, very cool. Yeah, that's a neat looking setup. I like the whole foyer idea there, where check in with the doctor and then come back over here to get your medical work done here. Nice. Yeah, yeah. Like I kind of like this piece now. Medical cabinet. I think that's one of the better looking models. For a simple little deco thing you can add in. So what do we got over here? Ah, person with the detector over here doing their detection stuff. And we got Wi-Fi up in the ceiling over there as well. Nice. Cool looking little room there. Turbo lift. I was just looking at the block work around the doorway here. That's cool. Mess hall or break room or whatnot going on here. Got a bunch of people chilling. Huh. I didn't know that was possible. So you can actually have an NPC that actually sits up to this kind of counter. That's cool. Very fitting. I've every time I put in one of these, it's always been like vacant. But I guess I don't put NPCs typically in creations. But that is cool. I didn't know you could do that. That feels a lot more appropriate that way. Actually having someone there. Very nice. Like the again, like all the block work. The quite a bit of texturing and coloring going on here too. Grays, and you got some wood grain, and then you've got some this kind of this I don't know, reddish sort of light red carpet. Nice. All right, so let's just head around. Okay, so this is different too. So it looks like we've got a bathroom essentially over here. And what do we got going on this side? Again, the layout here is cool. It's kind of going around like basically like the saucer of the ship. Kind of a neat setup here. And this gets into, okay, so we got a full-blown crew area over here. We got some other beds, toilet, shower. And what is over here? More. Yeah, you got to have your crew space here. So, yeah, wow. This ship it's amazingly large on the inside. It really is. It didn't look that big, and walking through it, it's just like, man, this thing's got just a lot of room. Okay, so this goes down in that kind of loop again. We've been there, and our shuttle bay, which is the hangar, and we got to get to that bridge here. Interesting. So this, oh wow. Wow. How did this all fit in the ship? This is cool. Yeah. Nice setup here. So you got the balcony, you got the really cool looking display screen over here. A nice choice on LCDs and stuff. And I kind of stuck behind the armored glass there too. That's a nice look for it. And then some consoles, some stuff over there. Our supporting crew members around the area. Yeah, very, very cool. Very cool. Definitely, yeah, it definitely has that Star Trek feel here too, and then the separate bridge, the way it's done up. I know you can't do these exactly accurate to the real ships in the shows, because you just dealing with CB blocks. You're just like, this is like 8 or 10 foot tall. I mean, and a lot of those have like subtle elevation differences, I guess you could say. So it kind of gradually goes up a little bit in the back or something like that. You cannot pull that off with the blocks available in the game. You could if this was a giant SV, but with CB blocks, you can pretty much just do what you're doing here, and there's not really too many other options. But yeah, that looks great too. Yeah, the whole ship looks really great. So anyway, this one's also on the workshop. And this is the SteamRunner by barefootnhilbily. Really, really cool looking Star Trek inspired ship with amazing amount of room inside it, considering, again, it doesn't look that big, but it's using the space well. It's fitting a lot of stuff in there, and quite a ship to tour through, actually. So on the last one I wanted to show today, and this is a modified version of the Supremacy ICD. This one is by Dagmar 2001. This is the Supremacy ICD-RE-18. So this is a Reforged Eden kind of conversion, basically. I believe the objective of the author was to get in a lot of the newer parts since this was built, such as especially a lot of the big shield parts and things like that, and kind of like go over it to make sure it works out pretty good. So first noticeable thing I'm seeing is that all the most of the turrets and stuff are removed, so you can obviously add the kind of turrets you want on here, which is another good option here. It looks like it does have some launchers intact over here yet, so we've got these are artilleries, I believe, and more artilleries, yes. So it looks like we would have 12 launchers still installed on here. Now this ship was, I mean, this one's kind of, it's a big ship. It's really, really expensive ship. It's got a ton of turret positions on it, a ton of them, and artillery turret positions. So it's really meant for a lot of pretty heavy combat. But at the time when I built this, there was no such thing as shield parts. So it was just this entire big ship was just dependent on your regular old shield and stuff like that. And this author wanted to kind of like just get it all souped up so you could add in those parts. And everything like that on the creation. So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing how this was done here. Let's hop in here and start touring this. It's been a little while since I toured the ship, so I'm going to try to point out any differences that I noticed from how I left it. Oh, yeah, I'm already seeing quite a few differences, but they look good though. They're not like sticking out like, oh my God, what happened here? No, this looks good. So we've got some big shield parts in here. Looks like 4 of them in the hangar. Plus, looks like a whole bunch of small shield parts too. So the full barrage of 8 small shield parts in the hangar, just kind of set up there, out of the way, which is really cool. So yeah, I was kind of wondering. I mean, these are some pretty big parts to add to a ship that wasn't meant for them, or wasn't designed for them originally. But yeah, now I'm seeing, yeah, that's cool. So that's how they were added into the hangar here. We'll have to tour a little bit more here of the ship here. It's a pretty big ship here, but yeah, that's cool. So that really doesn't disrupt anything. It really doesn't take away from the space. This is kind of big open areas of tall ceilings that weren't really accomplishing anything anyway. So nice location to add those shield parts there. So let's come through here. I'm going to go right through the module center and get to the front hangar. And, oh yeah, seeing some changes over here too. So, yeah, look at that. Got 2 fusion reactors in here. That's a big ship, probably needs it. That's cool. That's cool. So they're kind of built right into the walls again. It's not really disrupting anything. In fact, I'm kind of like, I'm not sure what modifications were done over here to fit that, but that's a great location to add some fusion reactors. Those are, I think that's the biggest part you could add in the game right now at 5x5x5. You got 2 of them in here too, and it's not disruptive whatsoever, that's really cool. And then, oh yeah, all the medium shield parts over here as well. Looks like the medical bay got moved from, I believe I had it somewhere out in this location. I'd have to look at the original to see what the change is, but the changes, I mean, yeah, done very nicely. So we got another 8-pack of medium shield parts over here, and then the medical bay has been basically relocated to the front area over here, which is totally cool. Yeah, nice. Well, okay, so technically speaking, now we had 4 big shield parts. Maybe it's possible to put more of those in the ship, but I want to take a look at what kind of shield we're looking at here on this ship. Holy smokes, 160,000 shield. That's a lot of shield. I better get some fuel in here. No, I don't have enough fuel to fill it up. This thing takes a lot. It's a bit of a gas guzzler, by the way. Just to say. So up here, I wonder if anything was done differently here. No, that's pretty much the same. These were used to be. Well, they're kind of locations to if you wanted to add in some decoy parts. And yeah, it looks like there's actually a decoy in here too, a turret over on this one. Nice. And oh, the main core and a generator. No, is this core faction? Oh, interesting. don't know why the main core would be there. Oh, wow. Well, wait a minute. No, I think there's some more changes going on. Well, man, it's been a while. This had a lot of, for the kind of builds that I would normally do, this did have a lot more armor than most of my ships do on the front of it. But again, it was, kind of meant to be a big dreadnought kind of battleship kind of thing. So I felt it was appropriate. So anyway, oh yeah, we got some generators upstairs over here too. So some advanced generators in that section there. Very cool. Let me pop upstairs. Let's just go up to the next deck. I want to see if there's some more changes made here. Coming through the prison or the detainment area here for the Imperial, arresting all the rebels and stuff like that. Okay, so that's pretty much the same there. Get through some of these main corridors here. So training room. Okay, that's, I believe, the same. Laboratory, I believe that is the same. So storage room. So this one was just available space before. It was just left empty. So now, oh, that's cool. Now it is fully populated. And yes, it certainly does look like a storage room. That's cool. Pretty believable, too. I mean, it just looks like, yeah, it's a storage room, and it's got like a person you can check in stuff, check out stuff, inventory management, that kind of thing. Very nice, very nice. This, keep in mind, in the original version, this was a vacant room. It didn't have anything going on in there at all. So fully decorated now. Very, very cool. So on this side, this was a weapon testing room. So now it's an armory. Oh yeah, okay, so this is where the weapon testing stuff was, but now it is, looks like it's got a lot of closets and armor lockers, basically making up an armory, and a bunch more storage boxes and things over there as well. Yeah, very cool, very cool. Yeah, no, I mean all the modifications and stuff are looking really good though. It's like nothing's like, sticking out here. We have our farms. Just see if those are about this. Oh, okay. So I think the grow plot setup changed a little bit, and at least in the coloring or something like that. I can't remember exactly what I had there originally now, but yeah, that is definitely cool. And I think this area got decorated more as well. I think I had this section in, but not. This might have just been nothing going on here. Again, it's been a little while since I've walked through the ship. I'm trying to remember what actually was done here. But yes, so we have farm bays. Those are more doors to the farm bays. Let's see if this area, this is kind of like your crafting production area in the ship here. Medical bay. I'm not 100% sure if this is exactly stock or not. Again, I don't have to reference that. But yeah, for some reason I thought maybe I just had glass here, and this was this blocks over here were added, which actually look really good. Kind of seals that off so you don't see through the into the shower. But I'm not 100% sure on that. Let's see. When we get back over here, it looks like we got our engine rooms on this side. You could actually walk through here quite a bit. There's a lot of nooks and crannies there. And let's see, main bridge. So over on this side, I'd say it looks about the same here. Oh, well, there's not entirely the same. It looks like there's more utility in the utility area, and I don't believe I had a constructor there either. So I think that was added in. Again, don't quote me on that. I know I had some room for constructors in other spots, but things, yeah, basically everything's just been kind of gone through, and it's looking really good too. I mean, again, I'm not seeing that anything at all that sticks out like, oh wow, it looks like stock. There's just so many rooms in here. I'll probably get lost. Yeah, I know I originally built this ship, but I'll get lost. I kind of know my way around here. There's just a lot of engineering rooms, a lot of weird pathing, especially in these sections along here. A lot of different floors and places. I just thought I'd take a quick walk through these locations to see if anything stuck out that was changed, and that gets you at the bottom of the engineering there. I don't think so in those areas. I think I mean, obviously quite a few rooms and things like that were changed or added. Oh, you know what? Haven't been upstairs yet, so let's grab one of these elevators and we'll go up to one of these decks here. I think we've toured this deck. Yes, we have toured that deck. Let's go to this one here. And this is the right above there. This is the CPU core area and secure bridge area. This area looks modified. It looks bigger than it used to be, I think. Maybe not, but it kind of looks like there's just more room here now than there used to be. So, but yeah, however, it's done up, and if that's true, it's done up really well because, I mean, honestly, it looks great. It looks great on the rooms here. So there's another one like that on the other side of this area. So the core room, and let's go into the secure bridge, see if that's the same. Thinking there's a little bit of accent added in here too. Yeah, looks good. Looks good. Very cool. Yes. I don't know. You know, it's a big ship. I'm trying to just basically go off memory on how I remember it, at least when it was built, and I guess it wasn't that long ago, but it was probably, time flies, so it's probably a good year old at least already. So then we get up into our kind of our crew area and some other stuff over here. It looks kind of, I'm not sure. This might have been changed around. Maybe. Kind of, I don't know. It just feels a little bit more fuller, a little more decorated than it originally was, I think. And if I remember correctly, when I was building this, I ran into that size class dilemma where there's a certain size class I didn't want to go past, and I was getting right up to the edge of it, so I was starting to chill out on putting in a lot of decorative things a little bit, but it still had a lot. I mean, it's not like it was lacking decoration things. And just take a walk through the crew area here and see if anything sticks out as in different here or not. Maybe. I don't know. You know, it's kind of like, I remember these were pretty plain Jane, and there are some, I have a feeling there's just some more tender loving care done in some of these areas. Just little things, maybe texture changes, things like that. You can't do a whole lot. It's a really tight space in the ship, but it just kind of feels like it's been decorated a little bit more here. But I don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. I don't know. But yeah, crew area's looking good. Let's see, one last part of this. Oh, there's a couple more parts of the ship here. See if anything was done in the mess hall area. Oh, we walked through here already. So yeah, no, I think that was all stock when we came in from that way. So anyway, this, as far as I know, is not on the workshop, but I did basically say if the author wants to put it out to the workshop, absolutely can, and I can add it also as a modded version to the Supremacy post. In case you want this one. This one's probably more practical in game than the original one because of the whole shield part and all the reworking to get it more up to date. So just saying that. Anyway, really cool. I love to see this stuff myself. I mean, that is cool. And quite a bit of modifications and stuff, and it was all done nicely in good taste and everything like that, and it accommodates a lot more, like a whole bunch of shield parts. 2 fusion reactors, 6 large shield parts, 8 medium shield parts, and 8 small shield parts. So quite a lot going on there. Oh, you know what? I forgot about the other floors. This is a big ship, by the way. I forgot about the whole bridge area. Geez, I didn't even go to the top section of the ship here. I just want to see if there's anything that stands out here that I notice. Again, potentially some more decoration in here. But for the most part, it looks pretty much the same. Or again, maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe that's just how it came stock as well. On this area, let's go down one more floor to here. So, and I think it looks like we got some armor lockers added in over here, but I think it's pretty close to how it was. And that would get us out to the kind of convoluted little landing pad out here. Nice. Well, anyway, all I could say is that this ship is it's an expensive ship. It's got a lot of places to add turrets, a lot of places. It doesn't look like it's coming stock with any of those turrets, but I believe it was well over 100 turrets you could put on, and I think somewhere around 8 artillery turrets, which are the big ones, and that's what these big turret mounts would be for. That you'll see in quite a few different spots over here. So it's quite a combat ship. Super expensive ship. Just to see what the stats are looking like here. Obviously, it would need a lot of auxiliary and quantum cores and every ounce of CPU you can get in this thing. It would need a lot stock, but keep in mind, this is running a pretty impressive 160K shield, the largest shield I've seen in any ship, I think, to date. And speed-wise, it's for this kind of ship, it's a pretty heavy ship, but it does move pretty good. It's 73 forward, 45 lift thrust. Yeah, I know. I just wanted to see how it came out. So the size class, I believe. Wow, the size class is 25. Man, I am really curious. What was the size class on the original one? One sec. I just gotta spawn that in. Supremacy ICD. Oh, okay. So it's only 2 size classes bigger. I guess this is bigger than I thought. This was a 23. So it's okay. So it's not. It is a little higher size class, but not much. I don't know what my limitation was. I keep on thinking I was trying to keep this at a certain size class, but maybe it was 24. I can't remember anymore. Anyway, awesome work on this. A lot of work done to the ship, and I just kind of wanted to show that off. I know the author's been working on this for a bit, doing a lot of modifications and changes, and I wanted to check it out here and see what was done and how it's looking and whatnot. And very, very cool, very cool. And also, if you haven't seen the Supremacy, it was just obvious Star Wars inspired creation. It also features a couple Helios module bays ports here, and if I remember correctly, it does have solar as well, which are actually embedded into the bottom of the module bays. All right. Well, anyway, that's all I wanted to show today. I'm trying to go through some of these kind of requests and things that I had in the past, and I'm trying to get better at taking notes. And one last thing I wanted to make mention: there's another creation that I meant to look at, but I couldn't quite find it, and it's a lot to do with my fault. I was recommended to check out a ship called the Titan 4.5 on the Steam Workshop. I looked up Titan 4.5. I didn't see any ship name with Titan 4.5 specifically, but I seen about 3 pages of ships named Titan. And this is where my fault is. When I got the comment, which I don't know where the comment was now or who exactly sent it to me, they did list the name of the author in that comment, and I haven't been able to find the comment again. So and this is before I was trying to be organized, so I forgot that author's name. So I didn't bring that one in right now because I don't know which one it is, essentially. So if you happen to be seeing this and you happen to know the author name, or even the Steam link, just throw it in a comment, and I'll try to do a video like this probably next week again, just to get caught up on a lot of things that I kind of like overlooked over time. Basically, there's other creations I wanted to show on the look at the workshop and things like that, and it's just like I can't pick too many creations in one week. The videos would be way too long, things like that. So I skipped some of them, or maybe an author had 2 creations up on the spotlight at the same time, and I don't want to like pick two creations from the same author on the same week. I try to spread it around. I also like to get to authors that I'm unfamiliar with in like new releases and stuff too. See what's going on there. So I didn't want to do that. And there's some really cool creations that I've looked past because of one of those reasons. Either it's just I couldn't fit so many into one thing, or there was more than one creation about the same author at the same time, or ship was meant for Excalibur challenge. There's a lot of reasons why I might have not looked at a particular ship, but that would be the absolute main reasons. So anyway, you all have yourself a great day. This is just kind of a little extra video. Tomorrow I probably won't do a video tomorrow, but then I'll be back for the workshop on Friday and try to get that newer ship out and finished either Friday sometime or Saturday, probably early Saturday, one of those two things. So anyway, you all have yourself a great day, and I will talk to you later.